Alright, let's see if I can get myself my Outis and Malcuff before I hit pity today. Alright, first 10 pull, what we got? What's this green stuff? Well then. That was quick. Well, okay, let's see how long it takes until Malcuff comes back. Malcuff, where are you? Hi, Don. Yep, I expected you to come at some point. Where's Malcuff though? No Malcuff. Malcuff, where are you? Who's this? Oh, Lenton Sinclair, whatever. I didn't want to double check. Can I actually dispense Malcuff? Nah, no, right? There's no way, right? Yeah, there's no way. Okay. You know, even though I read the patch notes, there's always a little bit of like copium. Malcuff? No. Alright. Nah, we don't use this. We just pop all the way, I think. If I get Malcuff before pity, it would be great. Otherwise, I'll just pop my pity for Malcuff. More green stuff. Yes! Okay. Right. Only 70. Streamer luck is real. Alright, that's gonna be the end of this part. 70 pulls to get everything. Alright. Didn't even need to go to pity this time. Let's go. Alright, hello everyone. So for this Walpurgisnacht banner, after a bit of testing, these units are really good, especially Outis. For Dawn, is just a very solid unit. So let's talk about Dawn first. So Dawn's coinages are pretty much average across the board. She pretty much becomes average when the enemy has Rupture on them. So let's start with the first skill, I Shall Nibble Thee. Really great naming, by the way, for all of her Dawn skills. On use, you gain 3 aggro this skill slot next turn. So aggro generator, which means she's going to be a tank, right? 195 HP, 46 speed, 44 defense level, weak to blunt, it resists piercing, and takes normal slashing damage. But this aggro part here just means she's going to be a tank. Right. On hit, inflict +2 rupture count. That's very good because this is a 1 coin move. It means that you have a +1 rupture count application. It means that after you hit, you consume 1 rupture count, but you apply 2 back, which means you have +1 afterwards. So you have a positive +1 rupture count after you have consumed that 1 rupture count that you've applied. Yep. So really good stuff here to have this +2 rupture count. Moving on, flashing lure is going to be +3, +3, +3, and then 4. So that is 9 + 4, 13, 13 in total. To become an average character of about 16, you need to have, if target has 6+ Rupture, then coin power +1. So this is the requirement. You need to have 6 potency, so she really fits into Rupture teams really well. She also gains 4 aggro to this skill slot next turn. This is also a slashing skill, by the way. This is also a slashing skill. So the thing about slashing skills is that they synergize very well with the MD3 Ego Gifts, for example, Talisman ++, and Thunder Branch ++, and of course, all of the other Rupture related Ego Gifts. It's just that those two in particular are very good because they apply Rupture count. And for Talisman, it is only when you have a slashing move. So nicely, first skill and second skill are going to be slashing moves. So good synergy there. Then you gain 4 Rupture. Sorry, not 4 Rupture. You gain 4 aggro. And so this is also a tanking move. And then you get on hit, inflict rupture, inflict 2 rupture, triple hit move. So if you have any like standard duty battery in MD3, you'll be able to apply quite a bit of rupture potency with this move here. If the target has less than 2 rupture count at the end on the third coin hit, you will inflict +3 rupture count. The wording here is unfortunate because the wording is if the target has less than 2. That means that the target must have 1. It cannot be 2. It must be 1. So that means that you must hit a person with 4 rupture count on them. Why? Because if you have 4 rupture count on them, you will consume 1, 2, 3, and then you will be able to replace all of the 3 that you've consumed because you are less than 2, you're 1 rupture count. So you inflict plus 3 rupture count after that. So you have replaced all of the rupture count that you've applied. It's only specifically for when the enemy has 4 rupture count. So this is not particularly reliable. The good news is that the other skill is a lot better. Whirlwind Om Nom Nom, great naming. Plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 4 is also going to be a subpower move of 3, 6, 9, 9 plus 4. That's about 13. So you need to get 6 rupture to get coin power plus 1, which makes it 4, 8, 12, 16 in total. And then you gain 5 aggro to this skill slot, so it's also an aggro generating move. Very nice. On the hit of the first coin, you will apply 3 rupture count, and that already makes it so that it is a net 0 rupture count consumption move, which is already very, very good stuff. So this is really, really good. Do take note that this move does not apply rupture potency, right? But since they've changed quite a few of the ego gifts to include rupture count application as one of the possible conditions for activating the ego gift, then we will be able to actually benefit from some of the ego gifts, because this character only applies rupture, does not apply rupture potency. Alright, anyway, the third hit here will heal you by 15 HP, so a flat amount, and you heal by 50% more HP when you reuse the coin. You reuse the coin at 50% or less HP, you will reuse it one time, so you will trigger this part twice. And in addition to that, while you're doing this third hit, you also heal additional HP based on the rupture on the target, 2 HP healed per 1 rupture to a max of 40 HP, so you heal up to a maximum of 20 rupture on the target. So that is quite a bit of HP, and you will reuse this coin, and when you reuse this coin, you will also heal again based on the rupture on the target. So this character can actually heal a lot. That is a lot of healing if you can get to 50% below and you do it again. Reuse coin on this, by the way, makes this a 4 coin move. So you will use your third coin again, meaning that this move will roll for 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 20 in total. So it's very, very powerful once you are low HP and you're a tank, so you want to get hit. So the design is on point. I like it a lot. The defense skill, Chattering Teeth. If target has 6 plus rupture, you get final power plus 3. So this skill here is going to get 3 final power. If the target has 6 plus rupture, is good because this skill, right, will not consume the rupture. If it was a counter, it would be kind of bad because it would consume a rupture count. But since it's a guard, perfectly fine. And then at turn end, heal HP equal to the remaining shield HP. So once per max turn, you will max heal amount of 10% of your max HP. I believe that this is a 1-to-1 ratio, even though it's not specifically stated. For every shield that you have, you will heal 1 HP back, it looks like. And if you heal too much HP, let's say with the final power, right? With the final power, you get 21 on your guard. And healing 20 HP is a bit above 10% of the max HP. So they'll probably lower that 20 to like maybe like a 19 or 18 around there. So yeah, it's just a limiter on how much you can heal. I don't know if that's how it actually is. Maybe it's a percentage thing or something like that, because it is percentage HP here. So I don't really know the math here. Have to go and test her out a little bit. Or if you know already because you tested her out, then feel free to just comment later and we can go and look at it. Right. So for the passive, if this unit's skill slot has aggro clash power plus 1, already making some of these moves a lot better at clashing. And the big one here is the heal 6 HP every time you hit a target that targeted this unit with an attack skill in the chaining phase. So if you are getting one-sided attack because you drew aggro, and you attack the guy that did that one-sidedly, you will be able to heal off of your attacks. You don't even need to clash the guy. If you think you will lose a clash, then don't clash him. Just attack him one-sidedly, because he's still targeting you in the chaining phase. Meaning that you will be able to heal up this 6 HP per hit. This is going to be a 3 coin move to heal yourself for 6 per hit, so that's 18 health comeback. Then for your skill tree here, you can reuse your coin and you also heal a bunch of HP here. So this character is very sustainable. There's a lot of sustained stuff going on. And her support passive is also really good for any of the aggro characters, whether it be Dichi, whether it be Rhino, whether it be Zwei or Kei Honglu. Because as long as you generate high aggro, you will heal 4 HP every time you hit someone that targets you. It doesn't even need to be a clash. You just need to go and one-sidedly hit the guy that targeted you. So this is just good shit. If I get any of this wrong, feel free to let me know. But from what I can see, this is just very, very powerful passive that allows her to stay tanky, generate aggro. It's basically on every one of her skills, right? So pretty much this passive triggers constantly, and you get clash power plus 1 constantly, and you'll be able to heal on your hits if you just let the guy hit you and then you hit him back. and then you can use a skill tree to heal up when you're at 50% or less. So yeah, just a very sustainable tank. I think for new players, it is a very, very solid tank for your Rupture teams if you do not have like K Honglu or something like that. K Honglu with Dimension Shredder is probably a little bit better, but with Dawn like this, I think you can just slap her into your Rupture gang. She's a 2-star anyway, right? So you get more cost for your MD3, so that's pretty good. I think it's a very good starter Rupture character for the Rupture gang, so I think it's quite nice. Very, very solid character. I would recommend everyone try to pull to get her. She's a 2-star, so she should naturally come while you are pulling for your Outis and whatnot. So yeah, not too much of a problem to get her. Right, Outis is broken. She is broken. Yeah, she's broken. So 157 HP, 3 to 7 speed, and 37 defense. So very DPS statted. She has a really high variation in the speed, and she's also fatally weak to blunt, resist pierce, and then takes normal damage from slashing. Right, so why is Outis broken? Well, first off, let's talk about the coin power on the first 2 skills, because she gets coin power +1 for every 3 burn on the target, maximum of 3, making this move, right, from 3 + 4 + 4, that is 11, that's base, right, that's average. Then you get coin power +3, making this 7, 14, 14 + 3, 17. You get 17 on your skill 1, hello? Okay, and then next one, Detonate Magic Bullet, coin power +1 for every 6 burn on the target, maximum of 3. So if the target is 18 burn, you get your 3 coin power. You get 9, 18, 18 + 4, 22 on your skill 2, hello? Okay, and then the last one, skill 3, deal +1% damage for every burn on target, max of 30%. So that is the one that doesn't give you coin power, but you don't really want coin power anyway, right? Because it's going to be a single coin move, so it's not that great. But instead, you're getting damage, and this move here is AoE as we saw in the trailer. So this damage onto multiple targets for every burn on those targets is going to be very, very powerful for this character. So yeah, starting off, you already have some crazy clashing power here. The coins are unfortunately 2, so if it's 2, it's going to do a lot less than someone who has 22 but 4 coins, for example. For example, I think a leap on Ryoshu is 22 but it's 3 coins, so it's going to do a bit more damage compared to Detonate Magic Bullet here. But that's not all she has besides the coin power stuff. She also has Inflict the Dark Flame next turn. So Inflict the Dark Flame next turn. Dark Flame will make the target lose defense level equal to the value of this effect. It is not a turn end effect, by the way, if you look carefully. The turn end part is only deal value X burn on target, and then Pride Affinity damage, and then it expires. So while this status is applied on a target, it seems to me that it just applies that defense level down permanently while it's on the target, and then when turn end comes, this Dark Flame will disappear, and then the defense level will also go with it. So Dark Flame, defense level downs for you, and also deals value X burn on target, Pride Affinity damage, and then expire. So good synergy with burn and got the defense level down. That one's relevant for a passive, I'll talk about it later. Right. And then on hit inflict burn to the Dark Flame, that one is really whatever. It's just additional burn application. This one is not really needed for the Ego Gift activation. I know some people were saying that the inflict burn equal to the Dark Flame on target was to make it so that her attacks when she tries to trigger an Ego Gift would happen. But that doesn't really matter nowadays, because inflict Dark Flame, right, actually counts as a unique burn status. And the Ego Gifts are being changed to include unique burn stuff. So this one is not particularly needed, but it's still nice to have a little bit of extra burn application, although not very necessary for the Outis to apply, because the Liu gang will help her apply most of the other, and then her Ego Gifts will also help her apply the rest of them. For example, Ashes to Ashes, Dust to Dust, and then we got Helter Fly and the Burning Chip. All of those will help to apply a bunch of burn to the target. Right, next one, skill 2, Detonate Magic Bullet. Right, talked about the coin power, talked about this one. Well, what it does is that this move here is a magic bullet generator up to your 4th magic bullet, because at less than 4, right, when you are at 3 magic bullets, you will gain 1 magic bullet, and then subsequently you will not be able to use this move to get more magic bullets. So you can use this coin here in order to get more magic bullets for yourself. So you can get up to 4, and you will inflict Dark Flame equal to Magic Bullet next turn. So if you have 7, you will inflict 7 Dark Flames, getting 7 times burn on target, letting you do a bajillion damage to the target, exploding their life bar. And then you also get 7 defense level down while the Dark Flame is on them next turn. So no matter what team you're using her in, as long as you can inflict the Dark Flame equal to your Magic Bullet, you actually get 7 defense level down, which is about 2 fragility. So even if you don't run her in burn, you just miss out on the burn damage pop, right? The value X burn, but you still get defense level down. So already as a support, right? And as just a regular clasher, she's already very, very powerful, because 2 fragility, as long as you have 7 magic bullets and you just keep shooting them with the skill 2, it's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. Yeah. And then on hit is the exact same effect as the first skill, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. But yeah, this shit here is just insane. Right, so this is the one way you can get your magic bullets. Let's talk about the other way to get your magic bullet. Let's go to defense skill first. Because the defense skill is a pride one that goes up to 14. You gain one magic bullet once per turn. So with multiple actions, you cannot get multiple bullets. And you also gain final power equal to magic bullet times 2. So with 7, you can get 14 final power onto this skill, making it so that you have 24 plus 4, 28 defense. So that is really big shield. That's a very solid shield. And you also lose SP equal to magic bullet, but you only lose 7 in exchange for the shield. So you get quite a thick shield, and the cost is that SP. Yeah, so it's quite a decent skill actually, and you might want to use this skill over your skill 1 sometimes if you just want to build up more magic bullets so that you can get your skill 2 and skill 3 to higher magic bullet levels so you can pop more dark flames on the target. Because skill 1 ultimately is just a single application, so sometimes you might be willing to just sacrifice this and then try to go for like skill 2 and skill 3 so you can apply even more dark flames to the target. Because if you defend the first turn, it's about the same. You get 1 magic bullet, you lose 1 dark flame next turn. But then on skill 2, you have 2 magic bullets, and you'll be able to apply 2 dark flames on the second turn. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a... it's a bit of a scaling move, right? It helps you to scale a bit faster. And also protects you against quite a lot of damage depending on how much magic bullets you have. Really good skill, honestly. Really good skill. Right, now that magic bullet has been established, let's talk about skill 3. Single target hit, and then deal 1% damage for every burn on the target up to maximum 30%. What does magic bullet do? Magic bullet makes it so, right, you get more base power and more coin power on your skill tree. It's both, okay? It's base and coin. So with the base being increased by 7, you get 22. And the coin power getting increased by 7, you get 11. So you got 22 plus 11 means it's a 33 in a 7 AoE. Okay, so it's a lot. And if the target has burn, that's even more. And let's talk about the passive now before we talk about the rest of the skill. The smoking pipe, if the main target's defense level is lowered by 4 or more, you gain burn on main target poise before you attack, max of 20. Why is it max of 20? Because max of 20 means that you get 100% crit chance, because each poise charge, the potency, will give you 5% crit chance. So that when you get 20, you'll be able to dumpster a 100% critical 33 coin rolling, and if you target a burn, you get additional 30% damage onto a target and all of the other targets that your AoE hits. So altogether, right, what you want to do is you want to apply the dark flame. You want to get the defense level down as high as possible. You want to get the poise to trigger on the target, and then you want to shoot this thing on a target with high burn so you can get a massive amount of damage on the target. So this is a very cool design. It's all a build up just for magic bullet. And if you don't even want to use your magic bullet, what you can do, right, is you can actually just keep your magic bullet, the 7, and just keep using your skill 2 to keep applying the dark flame so you can keep popping your burn. So there's a lot of different variations you can do. And actually, right, for your skill tree, you only lose all your 7 magic bullets if you have 7. So you can actually use skill tree before you get 7, and you will be able to get this part here, inflict dark flame equal to magic bullet next turn. So if you are just a burn support character, then just shoot this when you're less than 7, and just use this when you want to build up ammo, or you just want to get the dark flame magic bullet equals thing here. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with this character. But anyway, what about the big damage stuff? Big damage stuff here is that you will gain 1 magic bullet, you lose magic bullet minus 1 times 5 SP. So this one is like the mind whip situation. So you need to keep track of your magic bullet stacks and how much SP you have on your character at all times. Otherwise, you're going to destroy your entire team, right? So if you have 7, then you minus 1, 6 times 5. 6 times 5 is 30 SP. So if you have 45, you will drop to 15 SP, right? So your attack weight becomes equal to the magic bullet value. So with 7, you get 7 attack weight. And then at 10 or less SP, 50% chance to attack indiscriminately. Now, this one is the one where you will accidentally shoot your entire party and they will all die. So you need to not ever get to 10. 10 is the breakpoint here. So if you have less bullets, like maybe 6, then this number will change, right? So it's 6 minus 1, 25 SP. So just make sure that you have about 36 SP or higher before you go and pop your skill tree. So this one is something you must always keep track of. It is like Mind Whip. You have to keep track of this, otherwise you have a chance to just destroy your entire team with 1/7 AoE magic bullet to the entire team. Yeah. So just be wary about this one, but ultimately it's not that hard. Because if you are at 45 SP, let's say that you are clashing very well and you maintain 45, you never really consume much of your SP. Then what happens is that you get 7 minus 1 times 5 SP loss, which means it is about 30. So with 30 loss, that means that you need to make sure you're above 41 SP so that you never hit 10 and you never have to do this. It's not particularly hard, but it is something that you need to keep in the back of your head. But yeah, this character is just insanely good. If you use her for the event, she will just show you how crazy she is. Because first of all, she is Outis, so she gets evenly stem. And she also gets 2 Pathos, which buffs piercing damage. And then this is also a piercing skill. And also, she generates so much pride. It's so much pride that you can feel basically every pride thing in the game just by having this one character in your party. So yeah, this character is a must-have. It's a must-have. This character just by herself is already a very good debuffer for increasing the team's damage. And if you synergize her with Burn, she will increase her damage even more. And then if you just want to build up the ammo just so you can build up the Dark Flame, just so you can do the big skill tree, that's also totally fine. But she really just works super well with Burn team. Burn team really loves this character, while every other team doesn't mind having this character on that team. Yeah. Alright, and then what about the support passive? The support passive is like the cherry on top. One ally with the most SP deals 10% damage with ego skills. If the ego skill consumes 7 plus ego resources, you deal additional plus 5% damage. So you have also a really powerful passive, but the requirement is you need to get 3 Pride Resonance, which is a little bit trickier compared to a lot of other things, because Pride Resonance right now is not particularly easy to get. I think right now only the Sank team have a decent source of pride. The rest of the characters, maybe like W Ryoshu's skill 2 or something, but there's like not really much synergy between the two. So I can't really see this being a super important team comp yet. Maybe in the future when more pride resonance characters get dropped and more pride egos get dropped, this will become even more popular to be used as a bench character. But anyway, if you're using her, don't bench her. She's super good. Look at this coin power shit. You see coin power, she's probably broken. You got the burn stuff, you got defense level down stuff, you got guaranteed crit on your skill tree if you have burn stuff. Like, damn, this character is crazy good. Crazy good. Everyone should try and get her. She's really good. Yep. So that is going to be the end of me simping for Outis. I already got my Outis at 70. Pretty lucky, I must say. Streamer luck. Right, so yeah, that is gonna be it. If I missed out anything, feel free to let me know. Summary is that Dawn is just a very solid Rupture Tank. She's also a 2-star, which means that you can save some cost in MD3. And then Outis is pretty much a must-have because she has so much going for her. She got coin power, she got burn synergy, she got burn enabling, burst burn, burn deluge, whatever you want to call it. And then she has a support passive that buffs her ego damage. Like, yeah, I think she's a worthy pull for every character, for every person in the game. Yeah. Alright, so that will be it for this video. Let me know if I missed out anything or you want to add more stuff to this. Yep. So good. So good. I love Outis so much. Alright, yeah, I'm done. I'm done simping for Outis. Alright. Thank you everyone for watching and goodbye.